Not yet. I had another month until they recalculated our final standings before shit would get real. Before I'd be given a limp handshake and an empty "Thank you for your devotion to the company" as I was led down the hallway. Before I'd meet what lives behind the usually padlocked door in the shadowy corner of the break room. Before I'd learn what it truly meant to sacrifice myself for the good of the company. Word spread fast around the office. Kevin gave me his smug, shit-eating grin. Maybe he thought that with me out of the picture, he'd finally have a shot with Elise. Elise, I just desperately hoped that hers wouldn't be the name drawn afterwards, the one selected to hose what's left of me off the break room floor and down the stained, rusty drain. As required, I began parking in my new designated space at the far end of the employee lot, the faded sign indicating reserved for Employee of the Year, nearly swallowed up by the encroaching tree line. It added an extra 10 minutes to my walk to our store, and I dreaded that added time in the oppressive Texas heat. The rational part of me knew that was soon to be a moot point, though. One way or another, in another month, I wouldn't have that parking spot. If I were lucky, I'd live to see another summer, live to see some other poor bastard's car parked there. If they hadn't already heard the news, when the rest of my coworkers saw my car in that space, they knew what it meant. Don't get too attached. They started avoiding me like the plague. I didn't blame them. We all knew what would be coming next if my sales didn't improve. It's the same thing that happens every time. We'd gather for the mandatory meeting on the closing night of the fiscal year. All eyes on the sorry son of a bitch that had won the room so quiet that you could hear their muffled sobs.